Okay, so just to address the 100% uniform that Surfacing Solutions requires everybody to have, to start with the hard hat. Obviously, it's yellow, it's our company color, it stands out, which makes it even better, and everybody has the same required yellow hard hat at all times. No more white, no more black, anything else. It has to be the Surfacing Solutions yellow hard hat. We want to make sure that everybody has the brim forward. If it is half brim, sometimes we carry the ones that have a half brim on it. The brim has to be forward, and it has to be able to stay on your head for when you're bending over. It's not falling off and hitting the ground, and then obviously your head is not protected anymore. So the way to adjust it, to obviously take the hard hat off, come back here and adjust it to the correct size of your head, so that way it's nice and tight, it's uniform, and it fits on your head correctly. Obviously check it just to make sure it does. If it needs to tighten up a little bit more, you can obviously adjust it from there. Alright, so that's the hard hat. To address the vest, obviously on most of the job sites we go to, a big job especially, they require high visibility safety vest. While Surfacing Solutions requires it at any job we go to, small or big, inside or outside, anything. It doesn't matter if anybody else is not wearing them. Surfacing Solutions does require this. High visibility vest to be worn at all times, just as well as the rest of the uniform. After that, I want to address the Surfacing Solutions red shirt. Everybody's required to wear this. Think about it as like your high visibility vest. It stands out. It's cautious. It's more safety required as far as Surfacing Solutions. That's what we're requiring everybody to have. So make sure you guys have those on 100% all the time. So that way nobody is mistaken for, that's not required or this is not required. It is required. So safety glasses, obviously some job sites we go to, once again, it's required or it's not required. Well, we're requiring it. This is a part of our 100% uniform that we're requiring to protect you from anything. Whenever you step on a job site, this is what you guys need to have to protect your eyes at all times. So if you have your indoors, obviously you have your clear glasses. Outdoors, there's darker glasses. Otherwise, you can have sunglasses on too. That protects your eyes just as well. So once again, those are your safety glasses. Go down the dress line. Obviously, pants 100% all times. No shorts ever. That's a big no-no for any job site you go to. So always, keep your pants on. No shorts. Boots. Obviously, boots are required on a job site. No tennis shoes ever. No sandals. Anything like that. Make sure you have your boots on. Some require steel-toed, but as long as your feet are protected, you're pretty much good to go on that. So, once again, your boots, pants, Surfacing Solutions red shirt, high visibility safety vest, eyeglasses, safety glasses, and your hard hat. So that's your 100% uniform right there. That's required at all times before even picking up a tool on the job site. Next, I want to go over some of the other safety devices we'd require you guys to have now. Earplugs. Obviously, if you're doing edges, a little loud, anytime you have to raise your voice over something, that's when you need to put these earplugs in because it's too loud. So anytime that you require yourself to raise your voice, make sure you do have your earplugs in. Gloves. Obviously, there's two different types of gloves that we use at all times. Anytime you guys are on edges, obviously your hands are getting dirty. You have sharp blades that you're dealing with left and right, switching stuff out. So depending on what you're doing, obviously, just be considerate of what you're doing so you know which gloves to wear. These are a little bit more heavy-duty gloves for when you're carrying stuff, picking stuff up, moving materials, or anything like that. We require you guys to have your gloves, any type of glove on at 100% all times. And then if obviously you're doing spall repair, joint fill, that kind of thing where you have some certain materials that stick to your hands, epoxies, sealers, guards, maybe it's best that you guys have these on at all times to protect your hands, and that way, if you're touching your mouth or whatever, it's not, switching the materials into your body, so causing danger and harm. So those are the gloves, heavy duty, nitrate gloves, depending on what you're doing, just adjust it from there. Respirator. I know on edges we have you guys use dust masks. Well, now we're going to switch that to having you guys have respirators on. Obviously, make sure your filters are nice and clean at all times. To take them off, obviously it's just as simple as twisting it to get it to come off, and then twisting it to get it to come back on. But please make sure you guys' filters are clean Otherwise, it does no good to have a respirator on. So anytime there's dust flying in the air, you guys are working on edges, make sure you have a respirator on, and as well as the operator on the 780 machine, please have the respirator on, because we don't want you guys, getting anything in your lungs. All the allergens going around, especially with the concrete dust, it sprays up on you. It's definitely not something you guys want to deal with, especially later in life, as it will affect you. So that's your respirator, required anytime you guys are on edges or do anything that requires to kick up dust. And then as we come to knee pads are going to be required 100% too for those guys that are on edges, or doing anything that you're going to be on your knees. If you're going to be on your knees, that's when you need to have knee pads on. If you don't, well, there's going to be reprimands for that too. So anything that requires you to be on your knees, whether you're doing joints, filling them or cutting them, and then doing anything on edges, please have your knee pads on at all times. So that way you guys protect your knees, and obviously protect your knees from not getting hurt. So once again, this is 100% surfacing solutions uniform, required at all times before you even step on a job site. Just to go over it one more time. Earplugs, anytime you guys have to raise your voice over anything, that's when they're required. Your different gloves, heavy duty, nitrate, and then your respirator, and also your knee pads. So that's going over the whole safety list right there for you guys. There will be a questionnaire after this video for you guys to answer, and make sure you're paying attention the whole time. So that's it. Good luck on the test.